Thank you for joining us for another episode of USATF's Journey to Gold Zone podcast. I'm your host, Erik Kynard Jr., joined by the
Wallace Spearman Jr.
Jr., Maurice Gleaton Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, 100-meter specialist, Langston Hughes High School, wide receiver, 707, number 6 all-time, 100-meter dash, 982. No games being played. USATF Nike Outdoor Nationals under 20. How you feel, brother?
I feel great. This week Nike Outdoor Nationals coming up this weekend, so get down here pretty early on Wednesday, get my mind right, get used to the weather and time change, getting prepared for this weekend.
Yes, sir. Now, like you said, getting used to the weather and time change. It's a little warmer right now in ATL. A lot warmer than it is here. Yeah. And obviously we're on West Coast time here. What have you been doing in your free time outside of, the newly found media obligations and obviously training and getting prepped to roll? You just chilling in the room?
Really just be chilling, kind of playing video games, playing, talking to my cousins and stuff like that. But besides that, just training.
Yeah, okay.
I want to hear about the games. What games you play?
I play Call of Duty and NCAA.
What's your KD?
KD 4.0.
What you play? Team Deathmatch? You on Warzone?
I'm on Warzone.
Nah, bro, I need the gamer tag now.
You said 4.0.
I need to see that for myself.
You on PC?
Yeah, I'm about to say you on PC?
I'm on controller.
You got the hacks
PS4?
going, huh?
You hacking?
You got wall hacks?
Yeah.
You got
I
Cronus?
no hacks.
He hacking 4.0.
We're going to do another interview later. We'll come back and let you know if it's real. We're going to get the gamer tag.
We're going to get that GT. We're going to get that tag for sure. Look this up. Yeah. So, high school's been going well, obviously. Putting Georgia sprinting back, on the map.
Yeah.
And then, you're not the first Maurice that we've seen that can move. Historically, it's been a fast Maurice, you know what I mean, as it relates to green, man. So how does it feel for you putting your name in the history books as it relates to, high school now, and then obviously about the transition going to University of Georgia, right up the street. You chose to stay home.
Yeah, I did.
Pretty sure you could have went anywhere. What was that? How was that decision-making process for you as it relates to school?
I would say really relationship with coaches. I had a good relationship with Coach Carroll for pretty long time, probably started at 10th grade. We would kind of talk on and off and stuff like that. She really couldn't do too much because you know how the recruiting thing go with track. But going into my senior year, I took one visit to Georgia, and I was pretty much sold after that. So especially that relationship with Coach Carroll. She's a great coach, great person outside the track. She's like a second mother and stuff like that. So, yeah, relationship with her really
sealed the deal.
For that on Georgia.
Now, two-sport athlete, too. I know you wanted to touch on that, Wally. Go ahead and talk about it.
Well, I say this ties to you already. You know your name is buzzing in social media. So football, wide receiver, you're already getting compared to Tyreek. I say, any thoughts about that? I say, you ever thought about playing football in college or just track or what?
I originally did. That was my main goal, to play football in college. But, things change when you're a two-sport athlete and pretty big name in track and field. So, I definitely love to play football in college. But based on how my progression going in track and field right now, I don't know what's in store for me.
Translation, I ain't going. He missed I ain't going. Coach Carroll ain't going.
At the end of the day, we all know football is king on college campuses, so I don't think it's too long. You go out there, how many times have you run sub-10? 3 or 4?
3.
You run probably 1 or 2 more, and I have a feeling those football coaches are going to come find you. But you do whatever you want to do, whatever's best for your future, for sure. We wish you well in all your endeavors. But I say, so talk about the 100. You're known for the 100. I'm a 200-meter specialist, or was.
Mm-hmm.
So you ran 20.6 already.
Yeah.
And you ran some 400s as well, huh?
Yeah.
So you're not afraid. You're not afraid of anything, right?
Nah, I get up in that 400 sometimes.
Ooh, I like it. That says a lot about you that you'll get up there and do that. And I'm going to say, most of your elite sprinters, the best of the best, they've all run 400. So if you continue on that path, I definitely see you doing something special. But it doesn't seem like you're afraid of the limelight. It doesn't seem like you're afraid of the big moments. You thrive in those, or what do you feel? Tell me about them.
Big moments, I love them. Being able to go compete against other big athletes, good athletes is up to my caliber. High school, everybody not really kind of, good as national-wide people. But, like this weekend, racing top people in the nation, I'm getting ready for that, get my mind right. This past weekend, I raced some pros, pretty nervous, my first time racing big names and stuff like that. But, after that, I'm kind of more comfortable with being on the big stage and racing high competition and stuff like that.
You say the great ones love an audience. I know you're nervous, but sometimes nerves are good. So, man, get used to that, though. That's the good thing. Sounds like you're going to a SEC school.
Yeah.
Most Olympic sprinters come out of SEC schools. Somebody watching this is going to disagree with me, but you can go look it up yourself. Anyway, you'll get used to competition. I think you'll like it, man. Great ones love an audience. I can't wait to see what you do this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now definitely not the first star in the family. You know what I mean? Pop kind of led the way on the stardom tip. How's that? The inner family competitiveness, senior to junior, as it relates to you doing what you're doing out on the football field and on the track?
It's a big competition, me and my pops always talk about it sometimes, how he was fast in high school and how he was good at football and stuff. To this day, he thinks he can beat me in the first 10 meters if we race.
Like right now?
Right now.
Right now.
He's
talking about
I'm dumb. I need to talk to him.
But yeah, it's pretty cool to know that my dad was good in sports back then and stuff like that, and me now being his son, good at what I'm doing now. So yeah.
Didn't your mom run as well?
Yeah, my mom ran track in high school too.
Okay.
What events the moms do?
100, 200.
Or sprinter.
And my grandmother ran 100 too.
No, that I didn't know. For real?
Yeah, my grandmother ran too.
Oh, so you holding it down on both sides of the family then. Yeah, that's dope. That's
Everybody
dope.
comes to the meets then, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Every meet.
That's what's up.
Family here this weekend?
Yep, they are.
Okay. No, that'll be
Yeah,
good.
I like it.
Yeah. So family here, obviously,
Yeah.
this weekend, you'll get the opportunity to take care of business and hopefully spend some family time, turn it into a vacation. When do you have to go? I know you're only going up the road to school, but when is the first day of school as it relates to Georgia, and what's the summer look like after this week?
Going to Georgia, I know that we have move-in on August 13th. I'm not sure when the class start, but that'll be the date that we go up there and stuff and get settled in on August 13th. After this week, I plan to take a rest week and then get back into training and hopefully go compete at seniors at the end of July.
Okay. Any you looking around any races in between now and senior?
Probably not. Just get ready and mentally and physically ready for that.
Okay.
So if you make the team, are you going to Japan?
Gots to.
I like this dude.
Man, what kind of question is that, man? You think he about to?
You think he would be the first person to make the team and didn't go? They exist.
Yeah, that's true.
They exist.
Yeah, we already established he ain't ducking no smoke.
I like it.
Right here,
Speaking
man.
of that, though, you talked about big names as well. Who's your favorite athlete other than Olympic champion Erik Kynard?
Stop saying that. we ain't never established that.
That's why it could be true.
You mean track or just in general?
We'll start with track.
Noah Lyles.
That's what I heard.
Noah Lyles.
Why do you like him?
Just his energy on the track. I know some people don't like it, but I like to see how he talks and how he feels and how he feel about himself when it comes to running 100 and 200. I kind of feel like I'm the same way when it comes to racing. Not his personality.
I get it.
He's a pretty wild guy, but yeah, I'd probably say Noah Lyles, favorite athlete.
All right. What about other sports? Let's go with basketball.
Basketball, Steph Curry.
What?
I know Steph Curry.
Why Steph?
Greatest point guard of all time.
Greatest shooter?
Nah.
I'll be quiet. I digress. I'm not trying to get canceled. They been came for me.
Gen Z, right? He might be Gen Z. Yeah, I might have to start over with you, brother.
He for sure is the best shooter. Yeah, okay. Well, football.
Favorite quarterback, Tom Brady. Favorite receiver, Tyreek Hill.
I'm about to FaceTime him on this call and see if he answers.
That
Have you ever met him before?
Who, Tyreek?
Uh-huh.
I met him a couple years ago at Quavo's event. We had just took a picture. I said, "What's up?" Wasn't really nothing too serious.
Okay. Now I see you do a little social media too, brother. I seen you dancing on TikTok. Yeah. I seen you dancing on TikTok. I did. What's your favorite social media platform? TikTok or Instagram?
I'd probably say Instagram because that's kind of what I be on more.
Yeah.
But TikTok kind of funny when you running stuff and those comments kind of be funny. So I had decided to make that TikTok.
Yeah, you trolling on TikTok.
Yeah.
High key. Yeah. So outside of, obviously track and football, how do you enjoy spending your time? What do your hobbies look like? Like, obviously you on the duty. It's 4.0 KD. We're going to investigate after this, man.
I believe it more if he said 4.0 GPA.
Yeah. To have a 4.0 KD on Call of Duty you said resurgence too. That's nasty work. I know you got a Cronus or something. But anyway, hobbies outside of gaming, man. And what do you want to study in school? I know it's not something you need to know now, obviously, but kind of going into your freshman year, I know you put any deeper thoughts into the academic side of it?
I'd probably say my hobbies outside of sports is probably playing basketball. I really like playing basketball with my cousins, family, anybody really, friends. Probably playing basketball, playing my game, just going out with my friends or something like that, going bowling, any arcade room or something like that. And as far as what I want to study in school, it'll probably be business or sports management.
Okay.
Not really sure yet because, they said we don't have to know yet, but it'll probably be one of those two.
Speaking of business, a lot going on now in the high school scene with NIL and y'all youngsters getting to it a little, high key getting to it out here. Have you been using this time to learn about the business of track and field? I know it's a lot going on right now in the sport as it relates to different leagues and series, athletes being more open to discuss what their realities are like. Do you look into that stuff too? Obviously with, having Olympic dreams, is that something that you're studying and kind of keeping your eye on as well?
Yeah, I'm starting to get into it a little bit. It wasn't really a major thing to me not too long ago, but recently I've been trying to get more into it and stuff like that.
Okay, that's good, bro.
Like we said before, your name is hot. You just talked about being nervous, racing pros, etc. So, how do you deal with this pressure? You run such fast times that not just high school athletes are paying attention. You have the attention of pros as well. Now, I'll tell you, some of them are going to be very receptive and they're going to be very supportive, and some of them are trying to put, meals on the table for their kids, so they might not be so nice and friendly. But how do you deal with that pressure going into each race, not knowing what to expect?
I kind of just stay focused on myself, staying in my lane during the race, just thinking about me, focusing on what I need to execute during my race and my race plan, and just staying focused on keeping myself together, whether that's being nervous or thinking about another person in the race, if they're fast or not. But I just pretty much focus on myself.
And you have any pre-race rituals, anything you stick to prior to the start?
I listen to NBA YoungBoy during warm-ups.
Oh, man. I'm thinking he about to say, Drake.
I pray, I ain't know what I thought he about to say.
In love with Michael, got an AIM for your survival. He say NBA YoungBoy. That's why you choosing violence like this, man. We got to get your musical palette a little. We got to have to put the
Hey, man, it's hot on the track, but it's cold on his neck.
It's cold on his neck. It's cold in these streets, too. It's clearly, NBA YoungBoy, man. But no, that's good.
All right, Fantasy 4x1. You have to be on one of the legs, and you have to pick 3 of your teammates from any time or any era to run with you. Who you choosing to run with you?
I think I'm going to put Coleman first.
Okay.
I'm going to go second.
All right.
I put Johan Blake on third.
They got to be American. I forgot to tell you that. I forgot to tell you.
You talking about it.
American.
Yeah, it's Team USA,
American.
baby.
Third. Okay, I'm
You
gonna put
Gatlin, you want Tyson Gay, you want who you want?
I'll put Tyson Gay third.
Okay.
And I'll put Noah fourth.
All right. Y'all do all right.
That's solid. Yeah,
It's a nice team,
Like as Wallace said, it's definitely, you right now are on the clock biologically. Obviously we have an 18-year-old, in you, right? Running grown man times. And with an Olympics approaching in the United States in about, what, we're at 2.5 years? A little under
28.
Yeah, 2028. So, a little under 3 years here. What are your thoughts like? And what is your dream as it relates to sports? I know we're talking about running fast times. You kind of talking around, a little bit, though, what you really want to achieve in this. You want to be the greatest of all time or what?
I mean, that's pretty much probably everyone's goal, to be the best in their sport. But when I'm looking into 2028 Olympics, I'm definitely gonna want to compete in that, possibly win over these next 3 years. Hopefully, God just continue to bless me and show me how I should be doing everything and what I should be doing. Not sure how everything would go with playing 2 sports, but as of right now, sold on being a pro track athlete and just getting better every week, every month, every year.
Look, that's the only thing I'm gonna mess with you about. And you said possibly win. As a sprinter, especially someone in the 100-meter dash, people can get mad if they want to, but always speak life and speak positive. So if you want to win, you can simply say, like, the goal is to win. Like, you're still being humble, but make sure you speak it into existence if that's what you want.
Yeah, you better than me, because when I was your age,
he'll just be like, I'm going to win.
When I was your age, I was at the A, man.
And forget everybody else.
Who coming in second? Because I'm coming in first, straight like that. So it's definitely, humility is a good approach. You know, it's meekness, not weakness. It's quiet strength. So you got to kind of approach it however you want, as he's saying, but you definitely need to, exude
that, bro.
confidence, bro, and own it, you know what I mean, at all times. It's not nothing wrong with knowing. You know what I mean? It's just up for everybody else. It's up to everybody else to find out, you know what I mean? But we appreciate your time, and we really look forward to seeing what you do, not only this weekend, but in the future, SECs, University of Georgia, Athens, ATL's finest, man.
Thank you.